Hey credit warriors, how are you doing today? And today we are looking at the Marriott Premier Rewards Plus credit card, and this is going to be a full review because we have had the card for about 6 months or so now. We've used the sign-up bonus, we've used the card a lot, and got an idea of basically how it works and all the benefits. So first of all, the card looks like this. That is our version of the card that we have, and it's kind of very similar to a lot of Chase's other new cards like the Amazon credit card, the new Hyatt credit card, in that it's this sort of like brushed steel finish, or well, it's not really brushed steel, it's just a print on plastic with a piece of metal sandwiched in the middle. So, you know, the design of the card, it looks cool, but it doesn't really feel special because it's not a unique design. It's basically the same as like the Hyatt card and the Amazon card. This is a slightly different color, it's a darker color. But anyway, that's just the cosmetic side of it. Let's first talk about the sign-up bonus. So when we got this card, the sign-up bonus was 100,000 points. That's now already gone down to 75,000 points. And just so you know as well, there is actually a referral sign-up bonus out there for referral links. If someone refers you to the card, you actually get 2 free nights instead of the 75,000 point sign-up bonus. Now you may think this looks better. Actually, it's not as good. So the 2 free nights, each free night is valued at 35,000 points, or up to 35,000 points if you use it at the maximum. And so together that's only 75,000 points, 5,000 less, and as you know, if you got the regular public offer sign-up bonus. And the person who refers you gets 20,000 points, and you can use it up to 5 times a year, maximum 100,000 points. So, you know, if you got a referral link and you got the 2 free nights, it's like, well, it's not even as good as the regular offer. So it's like, thanks, buddy, the person you referred you to, right? You got 20,000 points for yourself, and I got 5,000 less than I would have got if I just gone with the public offer. So it's a bit weird when the referral link is less than the public offer. It's kind of strange. Anyway, I don't like it. And yeah, you know, it seems, you know, if you search it on Google, it seems that some people have, you know, put their referral links as ads on Google. So you just be careful, because when I searched it on Google, the top result was an ad. You can see ad is written there, and this seems to be a referral link for the 2 nights free bonus. Whereas if you go down and you click this one, that's the actual real, you know, 75,000 point public offer, which is the better one, according to what I think. So yeah, just be careful with that. And for both of those bonuses, whether it's the referral one or the public one, you have to spend $3,000 in the first 3 months. And just the last thing about the sign-up bonus, who can qualify for it, there are some restrictions, like if you had the SPG card from American Express, you can't get the sign-up bonus on this. We actually have another video that clearly details all of the restrictions on the bonuses. I'll put it on the end card of this video. You guys can watch it if you want. And just another note, if you have the older Marriott card from Chase, there is actually a chance of getting an upgrade bonus. So if you look at the terms and conditions of this one, it says, if you are an existing Marriott Rewards Premier customer and would like this product, please call the number on the back of your card, see if you're eligible for an upgrade bonus. So there is an upgrade bonus out there. I can't tell you how much it is, I'm not sure, probably not as much as a sign-up bonus, but there is an upgrade bonus. So if you are interested in upgrading, this one's like slightly more expensive than the older one, like 10 bucks or something, I think, on the annual fee. But yeah, there's an upgrade bonus. So you can see, you may be eligible for it. Okay, now let's start going through the actual benefits and rewards of this card. So you get a free night after your card's anniversary, and that is valued up to 35,000 points. So if we look at the Marriott award chart, basically it's kind of a mid-tier hotel. You're not going to get super luxury, but if you use it at 35,000, you can get kind of approaching luxury. It's not really true luxury, but you can still stay in some pretty nice hotels with 35,000 points, especially if you go outside of the US, like Asia and stuff. A lot of the hotels are cheaper redemptions, and you should be able to stay somewhere pretty nice. I stayed at the Marriott Taipei for 30,000 points a couple of years ago, and it was a very, very nice hotel. Now let's talk about the point earning on the card. So it gets 6 points per dollar at Marriott properties and 2 points per dollar on everything else. Now the points guy values Marriott points at 0.9 cents per point. So if we're looking at the 2x you get on regular spending, that's 1.8 cents per dollar back, or 1.8% you're getting back on that spending. And if we're talking about spending at Marriott hotels or Ritz-Carlton or SPG, because at all three it counts for the 6x, 6x back per dollar, you're getting about 5.4 cents per dollar back. on that spending. Now that's just the points guys valuation, and it's sort of an average of what you can get. I actually got a lot more value out of the points when I booked the Ritz-Carlton in Grand Cayman for 60,000 Marriott points per night, and the room would cost $868 if I had booked it with cash. So I was actually getting about 1.4 cents in value out of each point. So that's actually a lot better value. And if we look at, if you were earning those points, how much you'd be getting back per dollar spent, you'd be getting 2.8 cents back for regular spending on each dollar spent, and a whopping 8 cents back for each dollar spent at Marriott, SPG, and Ritz-Carlton properties. And that's if those points came from regular spending. That's the value you'd be getting per dollar spent. Obviously, actually, our points came from the sign-up bonus, 100,000 points plus about 10,000 that we got through the spending in order to get it, and then we transferred a few points across. So it's not strictly the same, but I'm just kind of trying to give you an idea. And so with these points valuations, I wouldn't say the points guy is wrong, because his is kind of like an average value that you'll get out of the points. But with us, we obviously got quite a lot higher value, just because we were staying at a premium property. I think it was category 7. It's a pretty high category, and it just was better value. Now let's move on. So this card gives you complimentary silver status, and what silver gets you, it gets you a 10% points bonus on stays, so the points that you earn by actually staying at the hotel, 2 p.m. late checkout, and a dedicated reservation line. And then I think if you look down here, you also get some like complimentary premium Wi-Fi and stuff like that. It's not a huge load of benefits. I think the most important one is the 2 p.m. late checkout. That's the one I think that would make your life easier. The reservation line, most reservations are made online anyway these days, and Marriott's customer service is pretty good, although you have had to wait a little bit. So if you can decrease waiting times by having a dedicated reservation line, that is pretty cool, but it's not every reservation that you'd actually have to use it, because most bookings are made online anyway. We'll have a look at the gold benefits, and gold is a lot better status, and there are some ways to upgrade to gold by using this card. So let's just have a look at gold first. So gold, you get a 25% points bonus on stays, the points that you actually earn from staying at the hotel, not using the card, but actually the staying at the hotel. You get room upgrades, which is what everybody wants, I'm sure, as long as there's availability. And you also get a welcome gift of 500 points, and you get a few other things as well. Personally, welcome gift of 500 points, I don't really care about that. I can earn more points elsewhere, and I prefer a welcome gift of like a chocolate box or some champagne or something cool, right? For a welcome gift that's actually a gift that they're going to give you. 500 points in your account, it doesn't improve your stay at the hotel, so that's a bit stupid. I do like the room upgrades, obviously, with gold. That's great. Who doesn't want a room upgrade? You also get late checkout with them as well, premium internet, and a load of the other stuff. So gold is really the status you want, so you can get those room upgrades. But how can you get it? So this card gives you a couple of different routes to get to gold status. One of them is just by spending $35,000 per year on the card, you will basically be gifted free gold status. For me, I think there's a big opportunity cost with that, because spending $35,000, let's assume none of that spending was at Marriott or SPG, that would just be 2x back per dollar of Marriott points, which are 0.9 cents. So the value of that would be about $630 that it's valued at, 70,000 points, $630. Whereas if you had, like, say, 70,000 Chase points that you'd earn from the Sapphire Reserve or something by doing that spending in a year, you would get, like, the value would be much higher. It could be as high as perhaps $1,400, or if you're using them to book travel through the portal, it would be at $1,050. So it would definitely be a lot higher than if we're using the points guys valuations to value the Marriott points. So there's a bit of an opportunity cost. I wouldn't want to put all my spending on that card. There are better ways to spend your money, or better cards to use, like the Amex Gold, 4x on supermarkets, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, 3x on travel, Amex Platinum, 5x back on plane tickets, and the points are more valuable as well. So it's a big opportunity cost to put so much spending on this card, so I would not recommend that. There is another way to gold, and that is that the card will give you 15 elite nights, okay, which count towards gold status. I believe this is actually starting in 2019, but yeah, they're going to give you 15 elite nights. And so to get to gold, you only have to have 25 nights per year, so each year you'd have to just stay 10 nights in order to make up that 25. To me personally, I think that's an easier way of getting to gold than spending $35,000, and a less wasteful way. If you're actually going to spend 10 nights in hotels per year, just make sure you stay in Marriott or SPG or Ritz-Carlton rather than, going to Hilton or Hyatt, right? So you just change your behavior. If you really want the gold status, stay in the hotel and get gold that way. And then, of course, there's another way you can get gold, and that's by just getting the Amex Platinum, and you get SPG Gold with that. You can then merge your accounts, and it'll status match you to Marriott Gold, and you have gold across the entire portfolio, SPG, Marriott, and Ritz-Carlton. So those are basically the ways to get gold. I wouldn't recommend the spending route, but the elite night credit thing is pretty cool. All right, now let's just look at the last couple of small benefits. So free premium Wi-Fi. You get in the hotels. I think that's a good benefit. It was good enough for me to do a live stream from my room in the Ritz-Carlton, although some people said that the sound was a little bit off with the lips, but the video was pretty good. And then there's no foreign transaction fees. Well, you'd expect that from this kind of card, for international travel, whatever. Obviously, if you're staying in hotels, a lot of them might be overseas, right? So you'll be paying in foreign currency, so you want no foreign transaction fees. The annual fee is $95, so this is what I would call a tier 3 card, and I would also call this a sock drawer card, because it gets you a anniversary free night worth 35,000 points, and that can offset the annual fee. A 35,000 point range, you could be looking at $200, $250, so you could be up maybe about $100 or $155 on the annual fee just by utilizing the anniversary free night. And so sock drawer card, it comes from, you just take this card, you put it in your drawer, and you don't really spend on it because there are better opportunities to earn points with other cards, but you bring it out once a year and you use that anniversary free night. Actually, you don't even need to bring the card out, it automatically shows up in your account as an e-certificate. But yeah, you just use that anniversary free night, and that pays for the card and then earns you like $100 or $150 value on top of that. I wouldn't say, even though I do classify this as potentially a sock drawer card, I wouldn't say it's a bad card to use because Marriott points are useful, and when staying at Marriott, SPG, or Ritz-Carlton hotels, definitely use the card because you're going to be getting 6x back. That's a good return, between 5 and 8 cents per dollar back, depending on whose valuation you use. So I would say it's still a good card. And just lastly, when comparing this with the SPG card, some people say, which should I get, Marriott or SPG card? They're hardly any different now. They're pretty much the same, except the SPG card does give you Boingo Wi-Fi access, which, I've got it. Personally, I never use it, but it might be useful to some people. But other than that, the benefits are pretty much exactly the same. The SPG card, starting in 2019, is even giving the 15 Elite Night credits that you get on a Marriott card, 6x and 2x on the spending side. It's basically the same card, and personally, I don't see the point of having these two cards. I think that Marriott should have just merged the whole thing, stop using the SPG branding as such an obvious branding. So it's just Marriott, and then you've got the Marriott portfolio, the SPG portfolio, and the Ritz-Carlton portfolio, but the overall umbrella is just one brand, Marriott. That's my feeling about it. I don't see why they're messing around with keeping two different brands and having two different branded cards that are almost exactly the same. So that's my take on it, guys. I do recommend this card. I think it's great. 75,000 point sign-up bonus. You could get at least one night at the Ritz-Carlton in Grand Cayman with that, which is 60,000 points, by the way, if you're interested in that hotel. And Ritz-Carltons tend to be in that range. Obviously, not as good as the 100,000. You'd have to, if you want a longer vacation, you'd have to save up a little bit more. But definitely a competitive card to get, and a great portfolio of hotels. The Marriott, Ritz-Carlton, SPG portfolio is one of my favorites. So I would recommend this card. And as always, we'll put some of the top hotel cards, which should include this, the SPG card, Hilton card, etc., offers from our partners in the description, so you guys can have a look in there, compare some cards, if there's any, see if there's any you want and learn more about them. And it does help out our channel if you use our links, by the way, just letting you know, and we thank you very much if you do. As always, guys, please subscribe. If you're new, give this video a like. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.